Hello and welcome to a new video here on Up to the Nines, and today, as you can read, we're gonna talk about video games, specifically the game The Last of Us, because the game is basically one of the biggest deals in recent video game memory, and of course I haven't been spared of its influence. And it's also kind of on topic again because the HD remastered remake thingamajiggy for the new console generation, PlayStation 4, came out recently, and I excuse if you hear some background noise. I'm trying my best to not let you be disturbed by that. So what we're gonna talk about, it's just some thoughts on the game I personally have. And let me just start off with me proclaiming that I think The Last of Us is an excellent game. It's a really good game, and one of for video games as a medium which I don't regard really highly as a storytelling medium. It's one of its better examples. So, some thoughts. And my thoughts basically mostly concern story elements. I think the game, just to give you a quick overview of what I think of the rest of the game. Music and sound design excellent, graphics are for its console generation and what I've seen of the HD remake look excellent, very good, atmospheric, no complaint there. Voice acting also fine, especially in the English version. In the original, German is alright, as far as I've heard. I have not played or seen much of the game in my native language. So my thoughts on the game. A lot of people I have heard have talked about The Last of Us as a story that gives hope. Some have praised it as being a uplifting story about humanity and stuff. That's the main focus of what I'm going to talk about today, and some have called the ending really ambiguous. How should Joel have resolved the game's conflict and stuff? Here's some thoughts from my part, and I guess they are going to be unpopular, but who gives a fuck? I'm going to I can't turn off that monitor. Fuck. That's way too dark. Sorry. Just at this moment, the sun decided to vanish. Great. Okay. I personally think that The Last of Us is a story that the ending is kind of mute, because the story tells us basically that humanity doesn't need a cure basically for the whole I don't even know what the fucking illness or whatever called for this fungi illness. They don't need a fucking cure for that, and that they actually aren't worth being saved. It has a very egotistical or nihilistic approach to the whole moral dilemma, I think. So just let me explain. The whole final decision made by Joel, do you save Ellie or do you not? Will you trade in the entirety of humanity for this one girl? Kind of comes off a bit downplayed to me personally when I think about the background and what has been presented in the game. And I'm just going to proclaim at the beginning, if you see any error in what I say, just correct me, tell me about it. So here, the problem with these clickers, and I'm just going to name them clickers, all of them, of the infected. It's a problem that could have been resolved with fucking guns long ago. I think the infection has been around 20 years at the point of when The Last of Us plays, and it just seems fucking silly to me. So we have the government now under martial law controlling these little sterile zones or safe zones, and they are armed to the teeth, have good equipment, and it basically are equipped like the fucking government. Possibly the best equipped force in this dystopia. So, and this is the first section I'm going to talk about. The other will be the Fireflies and then the main characters, so Joel and Ellie. So, the government has really good equipment and I guess is well organized. So, my thoughts are, we see in the game how Joel and Ellie basically as a two-man team, a grown man reaching like his 50s and some little girl can they kill like in the story through the whole game they kill what, like 200 fucking infected and also a bunch of fucking raider asshole people who like rob people who pass through cities. I'm just thinking, if this fucking government force would just like steamroll in a line, like in World War Z, the book, not the fucking movie, if they just went through that country with their fucking equipment, what they all have, like machine guns with an ass of bullets, they could clean up this fucking place without needing a fucking cure. Because the only reason a cure is still needed is because there's some fucking idiots who have to go outside of the safe zone. Like, we have the government being able to, like, clear this whole thing up. We don't need a fucking cure. Just keep your fucking ass inside the safe zone. What's your fucking... They have to deal with these assholes who, like, smuggle stuff in and out and people in and out, and so people get infected. It transmits only because of that. Because the infected are not really a problem. Most times when you see them attacking people, they kill them. They don't make them other infected. They mostly fucking kill them. So the rate of people being infected must be really, really low. And those who get infected are mostly either people who are fucking unlucky and live outside of the safe zone, or these damn idiots who go outside. So, I don't see the need for a fucking cure. Just stop going fucking outside of safe zones and let the government then, when they don't have to deal with more smuggling and shit, clear up the whole situation. Go through there gunning with tanks and fuck. Because the infected can't do much about that. They can't plan, they don't have tactics. And the main antagonist organization, at least in my view, are the Fireflies. And not just because of the final decision, but because they are like the thing that keeps the government, who could clear this all up, busy and don't do anything that they are... I think they are like the second most well-equipped force in this US post-apocalypse. So why don't you go around and clear this fucking place up? No, you have to like fight with the government and like be Viva la Revolution in like a place where that is not fucking needed. There's a reason for fucking martial law, and a post-apocalypse is one of them. Stop being fucking idiots. Jesus. I'm not defending like tyrannical governments here or something, but that is a situation where I think martial law is justified. When basically the whole country has gone to shit, you just maybe need to listen to the authority figures once or something, and don't build up a fucking revolution to fight the government, who are basically on a deeper level on your side. They're humans. They want to get out of that shit too. Fight the fucking infected. Be a free militant force, a free like paramilitary force. Or just enlist in the fucking army. Don't go fighting those people that are your friends? Not friends, but they're like brothers in arms in a sense, because they have the same fucking problem. And then we come to the main characters. And Joel is basically, he's like a personification of the problem this wasteland has. He's like the person who's just fucking given up, who doesn't give a shit about the problems of humanity. So he is essentially the problem. And throughout the whole game, through his journey with Ellie, this guy finds like a motivation again to live, which is saving or protecting this girl, because she reminds him of his daughter, which is it's kind of sweet, and on another side it's a bit disturbing that he like only finds another reason to live in that he projects his dead daughter on some girl. And so through the whole story we see a running theme, and that is that all people basically that he encounters, with exception of his brother Tommy, who's like and I'm going to come to him, basically every person they meet is a fucking shit person. Like, the government is portrayed as being shit, which I don't think they are. They're just being... It's martial law, Jesus, and I think it's justified. So, the government is fucking assholes. Fireflies are fucking assholes. His partner, Tara, or what her name was, is a fucking asshole. Then the raider people in the city, assholes. Then the cannibal people in the mountains. Everyone in humanity is a fucking asshole. Okay, I guess the black people weren't that bad. But most people are fucking assholes. And so we see his final decision. Trade humanity, which is basically comprised of assholes, for this girl, which gives him some hope. And he does what I think is the right decision, or like a relatable decision. Humanity is not worth saving, and I don't care, so he does what makes him slightly happy. I guess I guess the ending doesn't, as it's portrayed, shows us that it won't be lasting happiness. So what we have at the end is a person who gives up humanity for even a hope of happiness. And you can't even deny him that. It's not an ambiguous ending. Like, how humanity is portrayed, I think like they want us to think that humanity is fucking shit and doesn't deserve to live. Because they have their chance. They have a thing how they can clean up this place, and they don't. They still keep up with infighting and being shitty to one another. So that's just some thoughts I have on the game. And like Tommy, who's another good person in the game, just like he has like given up on the rest of humanity. They live in their little fortress in the woods, and that shows again, you have to give up on the rest of humanity to live a successful life in this world. The black guy, who was also nice, but cared too much about another person, got fucked. He got fucked. The one got bitten, and the other one committed suicide. So, he cared too much, I guess. So I guess the message of Last of Us is that the humanity in The Last of Us, or in a post-apocalyptic scenario, if I just go further with the idea, is not worth saving, because ultimately, when pushed to the edge, humans are fucking shit. Mostly. Just some quick thoughts, and I guess they're going to be unpopular, but I would love to hear your thoughts on my little idea. So yeah, I might do these videos to some other games where I think I have an interesting take on, most notably GTA 5. So yeah, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed.